Hello and welcome to a new video of the explaining series. Today we're looking at a new map, Arkadia, which I recently got a 120 on, and we're just gonna break down how exactly that works. Yes, it might still be improved, but I thought 120 is not gonna be improved that much anymore, and I think we've got the general strat down already, so yeah, let's break it down. So at the start, you want to go behind this pressure plate. If I turn my head upwards now, you will see where that is. I start really far back, and this is a really weird timing and different from any other map because it's diagonal at the start and it's ice blocks, so you're kind of gonna have to get used to that, but it's really not that hard. It only took me a few games to adapt to using this. You can obviously start somewhere else as well, but the important thing is that you start about right there. You will see why in a second. Now that I started here, you will see here that I take 2 ice boosts, a second one right there, from this ice, which is really essential for a pretty fast start. And yeah, it's just a really good method to start with. After that, I adjust a little bit so I can take the stairs perfectly, go up here, then to do 2 jumps, and at the end of this arrow trap, I do my first strafe, which is a left strafe. Then you jump up over the water trap, and then you instantly strafe with your back strap again. Watch out, you might have to go 2 blocks out from the wall because you might bump into this block if you don't. Then you have to immediately jump to the left to get below these fences, which are actually headers that you can use perfectly here. Watch out to not clip at the end here. When you go around this corner, you might sometimes clip that. Then you go on through this leaf block and use your last strafe, which is a right strafe. So for this jump boost, there are a few options that you can do actually. Let me show you mine. So what I do is, I just jump up here, I can immediately get jump boost. I jump up here, and then I hit my head right there, get a slap boost right there, and take the headers. So something else you can do, which I basically call the high ping strat because I can't do it with my ping, is this. So here's the high ping strategy. Credits for this clip go to Monkey. I know he found the strat and some other high ping people did. I know Sir definitely found it as well. But yeah, this is what you can do with high ping. So obviously, this jump boost, you don't get it immediately if you have high ping. But you can actually use that to your advantage. Now, obviously, the main way to get around this thing is to just jump over it with the jump boost. But you can also go below it. And that's exactly what you use here, like this. Obviously, the main flaw about this, which I think makes it a little bit worse, is the fact that you have to jump up after, but I don't even know if that makes it much slower. The problem is, with low ping, this is pretty much impossible to do as fast, because it just makes it impossible for you to get no jump boost there. So with low ping, I wouldn't recommend this, but with high ping, definitely do this. This is really nice for high ping people. You just might not be able to do headers after, which is also a kind of a bad thing about this strat. But still, it's still worth it if you have high ping. I don't know how much worse it is or how much better, even if it even is. I don't know. But this definitely is a good alternative. Let's get back to the normal run. But you could also just jump up there and then don't hit your head here, but here, and then just go around it normally. I personally think headers is the fastest way, and with low ping that works perfectly for me. Then I jump around the leaf blocks here because it sets me up perfectly for taking the slabs like this. Yeah, it's kind of hard to take the slabs like that, and I do fail it a lot. I still don't really have a consistent way to do them. I just spam my spacebar and hope that it goes well. I really can't give you a tip for it other than just try to spam your spacebar as fast as possible. After that, I get a good slap boost right here as well. And I get another good one right here. Then I turn towards this side. Watch out, you might have to adjust here because you could clip this block. And you go over that. Make the quad jump here. Watch out, it's a quad jump. Don't take that too easily. Then you can just keep sprinting here. You might have to adjust a little bit to not over jump this, but you do want to be pretty far on the edge of this block. So you can jump up here and then get a slap boost of this block. Yes, it's possible, even though it's 1 block apart, you can still get a slap boost, and I think it's faster because you can get another slap boost right there if you do that. And this part is pretty annoying about this map because it's really not lined up well, but it's doable like this. So what you do here is I just walk up here. I don't even take slap boosts here because it kind of messes my jump pattern up. Then I jump up here. I intentionally clip there. I actually intentionally clip there. And then I press D and go up here to just take my jump pattern there. And that makes me land on the very edge of this jump boost to get it perfectly. Some other strats might work just as fast here. I honestly don't know if this is the fastest way to do it. It probably isn't. You could probably just not clip here and not clip here either, but it's really hard to do. So I've just decided to go this way for now. But this might change. For now, I think this is a pretty good option though. Also keep in mind that you have to start on the start of this jump boost to not clip at the top, at least if you want to keep your pattern, if you want to keep your sprint and momentum. Then get as many slap boosts as you can over here. The only important thing is that you get a weak slap boost of this last one, so you're able to jump onto this block, because if you get a good slap boost, you will most likely overshoot either this block or this block, and it's going to be hard for you to be able to still do it. The pattern on these blocks actually does not matter, but I found that this pattern is kind of the easiest. You can copy it if you want to. But other patterns work just fine because it's always the same amount of jumps, unless you take some stupid jumps, but it should be the same amount of jumps, at least if you don't change up too much. Another strat that I found to be very useful is to clip this jump boost block intentionally. It sounds stupid, but what it allows you to do is you don't have to stop your momentum there. I mean, obviously you stop your momentum by clipping into the block, but after that you have perfect momentum to go up here. And you are gonna have to stop your sprint somehow. You're gonna have to do something to not clip exactly these blocks right there. So I think this is the best way to do it, at least with low ping. Keep in mind that with high ping this might not work, and you might have to do it another way. But for me, this works best. Then, look out with this leaf block. If you do it perfectly, you can actually get 3 head hitters there. That would be the perfect way to do it. I think I get 2 here. Yeah, I didn't do that optimally. If you get 3, you're also going to be able to jump on top of the slab. What I had to do here is I had to adjust and then take a slab boost, which is not optimal. You actually can get onto the slab if you do it perfectly. Then you want to get the speed, immediately strafe, go around the corner, and then this strafe. It is really hard to do, and I'm going to show you a strat that you can implement here if you have a little bit higher ping. Gonna show it to you right here. So here is the other version of the strafe that you can theoretically also use. Credits for this clip go to Yellow, who actually found this strat and made me aware of it. So if you don't want to do that hard version of the strafe, you can do this. So what you do is you jump over here, and then you get the jump boost by going on that slab, pretty close to the jump boost. Then you walk on it a little bit, and then you strafe late, making you land on the pillar right before the jump boost. This is a little bit easier, but also a little bit slower. So you can sacrifice a little bit of the hard work from the other strafe for just having an easier version of it. So right here, you can just do this easier version of the strafe if you don't want to do the hard one. That's just what I wanted to show you. Thanks to Yellow for this clip. He'll be linked in the description. If you don't have high ping, however, I would suggest this strategy, which is just going up to the jump boost, turning around, and when you turn around, you actually go back a little bit. You actually go to this direction a little bit. As you can see here, I started sprinting in the opposite direction for a little bit. Then I strafed, and then I adjusted further to be able to land on this slab. On 100% speed, it looks like this. And yeah, that looks kind of difficult. But actually, if you have your sensitivity down, if you know how to handle your sensitivity, you actually should be able to pull this off. And it shouldn't be that much of a problem. However, of course, you can always use that other strat if you don't feel comfortable with this. Then you go up here, take some slap boosts. Watch out to not clip into the block here. That can be critical. What I tried to do here is I tried to get good slap boost first, and then I tried to stay on the ground to get a slap boost of the last slab, which is this one, to be able to jump up here. That's basically what I'm trying to do. Don't clip any block there. Really difficult as well. And now for the end slabs. They are a pretty huge part of the run because they can influence it greatly by just ruining it entirely or by completely destroying everything with it. With that, I mean in a positive way. So, what you can do here, at least what my strat is, I use auto jump. I use auto jump for stairs and slabs to make them faster and to make them just more consistent, because that's actually working out really well, and if you haven't tried it out yet, you should. It really makes a difference. So what I do here is I have auto jump turned on, and I do this. It looks insanely fast, and it is, but it's actually not that hard to do. So what I do here, the crucial part is that you land right when the slab starts. If you don't, it's gonna mess up your momentum immediately, and you're gonna start jumping up on those slabs. Obviously, that's gonna slow you down by so much. So what you wanna do is you wanna start spamming your spacebar, not as fast as you can, but pretty fast already. And yes, even with auto jump, this works perfectly, and it just carries you all the way to the top with a lot of momentum. It sounds kind of dumb, but you can try it out. Obviously, if you don't want to use auto jump, just run them up normally. It actually doesn't lose you that much time, but it is a little bit slower. And if you want to try this with auto jump, go ahead. It really is pretty nice to try out. That's my tip for the end stairs. You can also try to get slab boosts without auto jump. It's possible, I've done it before, but it's way harder. And you kind of have to, you kind of have to be really, really consistent with slap boosts for that, which is really hard. Trust me, doing slap boosts consistently is a really hard thing to do. However, this is it. That's how to get 120 on Arkadia. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to check out the video I did on Arcane Forest a few days ago. Or actually, it might have been yesterday. I don't know exactly when I'm uploading this, but yeah, just make sure to check it out. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.